The mission of Girl Scouting is so critically important to our young women. You're not just born with courage. You're not just born with character. So many of our world leaders were either Girl Scouts or Girl Guides.
I'm Dr. Lamont Repollet, the president of Kean, New Jersey's Urban Research University. This is Urban Impact, a podcast where we examine the complex issues facing urban communities through meaningful conversations with scholars, community leaders, and others who are driving change. Recorded and produced on our campus in Union, New Jersey, this is Urban Impact. Here are your hosts, Michael Salvatore and Barbara George Johnson.
We're excited to continue in this season with anchoring down our partnerships and anchor institutions and engaging as an anchor institution with our community. And we have with us Natasha Hemmings, CEO of Girl Scouts Heart of New Jersey. And let me also share that Natasha is the first African-American CEO of the Girl Scouts Heart of New Jersey. And that's a critical point as we talk about her experiences, the importance of Girl Scouts, and some of the work that she's doing.
Natasha, odds are that our listeners have heard of the Girl Scouts, but I'm guessing there's a lot more to it than those amazing cookies. Take us deeper into the purpose behind the organization.
So the Girl Scout mission is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. That is what we do. That is who we are. And that they ultimately want to be change makers. They want to make the world a better place. And they know how to do it because of the Girl Scout programming. That's what it boils down to. It's the people who are around you that help you shape the kind of person that you're going to be. And depending on your family's circumstances and who you're exposed to and who you're around and who you go to church with or who who's in your community and what examples you have, you're not just born with courage. You're not just born with character. And in the world of Girl Scouting, so many of our world leaders were either Girl Scouts or Girl Guides. I was telling somebody yesterday, they were looking to get their daughter involved in a program at NASA. And I shared the news that, did you know that so many of them were Girl Scouts? They're Girl Scout alum. See how your mouth is open? So there are so many stories of women conquering all, and once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout.
Let me just ask a little bit about the importance of representing young women in under-resourced communities.
That's a big, heavy question, and it gives me light when I talk about being a representative of the Girl Scout mission. I wasn't a Girl Scout growing up, as I said, and so to see me in this role, having come up as a volunteer, a parent of Girl Scouts myself, and when girls see me in this role, I can't tell you how many of them have come up to me and said, I'm so proud of you, and I see you, and because you are doing it, I know that I can do it too.
I want to talk about our partnership a little bit. You've created the Girl Scouts on the Go mobile classroom, which sounds amazing. Describe the mobile classroom for us, then connect the dots with how it aligns to your mission.
So the Girl Scouts on the Go mobile classroom, powered by Kean, is a Ford Transit van that we gutted and that we outfitted with a whiteboard that has a carriage on the top. That there are experts that we can stream in around the world to talk to girls inside the mobile classroom. There are 12 benches, and the insides of the van have desks that has everything from iPad enabling to microscopes to Tinker robotics devices for us to do programming. There are, above those tables, there are lids that you raise up that have all kinds of programming equipment in them. So girls can do programming in the mobile classroom with the manager, Leslie Ann. She can deliver the programming, or we can have an expert streamed in from around the world to deliver programming to girls in the van. So the Girl Scout mission is, just as I said, to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. That is what we do. That is who we are. And everything that a girl does in Girl Scouting, from the youngest Daisy, who is for the first time, meeting someone who's from a different community as she is and learning about the diversity of the food that community eats, or, how to make a s'more for the first time around the campfire, to the oldest girl who is tackling a problem in her community about, a dangerous street crossing, that she's going to learn how to go in front of her city council and talk with them about what needs to be changed here at this crossing in order to make it safe, not just for her, but for others. Those are the kind of thinking and take action projects that Girl Scouts over the course of their life in Girl Scouting learn how to do, and learn how to do well. So from the standpoint of girls using the Girl Scout program and the leadership programming to build their character, to build, to try things, fail, and try again, to master how to take a project from an idea all the way through to finalization, completion, like the mobile classroom. To do that and practice that from the time you're kindergarten to 12th grade, imagine what it does when you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s, or like me in your 50s. It makes you unstoppable. There isn't anything that someone can put before you that you're like, oh, I can do that. And I wasn't a Girl Scout growing up. So part of the reason my emphasis is so strong on making sure that girls who don't have the traditional, my mom was a Girl Scout, my grandmother was a Girl Scout background, is that those girls deserve just as much courage and confidence and people in their corner helping to build their character and the mindset that they can do anything in this world to make their communities, their families, their schools, this world better, a better place to live. So I say all of that to say that the mobile classroom is just an extension of that. We're giving girls access to education that they wouldn't normally have and showing them through that there isn't anything that they can't do. We want girls to walk through life and to come and expose themselves to Girl Scout programming through the mobile classroom that helps them understand that there isn't anything that is outside of their reach that they can't accomplish if they surround themselves with people who are willing to pour into them, which is what our leaders do.
Share with me the importance of a university like Kean as an anchor institution partnering with a nonprofit like the Girl Scouts, and what that means is that for your institution and for a higher education institution.
So it means the world to us in Girl Scouting, and is actually setting the precedent for other Girl Scout councils to partner with institutions that are in their states. While we were here on Saturday, the representative from Erickson, who was here with us for the celebration, gave me the good news that Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas is looking to build their Girl Scout on the go mobile classroom, and they are looking to partner with universities that are in their footprint. It really is a great tie-in to student exploration of how students solve problems here, and to see something come to life that was less than 10 years old. And to see it actually happen, and it literally is a classroom on wheels that is expanding the educational opportunities for girls in our underserved communities, girls in any community here in New Jersey specifically. It changes the game, right? And that's what Kean is doing around the state and around the country. And so it's about time that others learn to follow.
Let's talk a little bit about the skill building, because we know Girl Scouts is about building strong leaders and strong female leaders in particular, right? So we know that with your cookie sales, you build strong entrepreneurs. Tell me where you see the skill building going in terms of, well, years ago when we talked about selling cookies, I don't think anyone really understood the connection between selling cookies, those amazing, delicious, hard to avoid cookies, and really connected it with that's social entrepreneurship, or that's
It is.
entrepreneurship, right? And building that business skill for girls. So where do you see the future of the mobile van going in terms of, again, skill building, and what we see now as STEM on the go to what it possibly could be looked at as 10 years from now?
That is an awesome question. So actually, our girls are already doing entrepreneurship programming with the mobile classroom in connection with the cookie program each year. The Girl Scout Cookie Program is, as you said, is social entrepreneurship. It is teaching girls how to set goals, how to balance their checkbooks, how to engage with the community, how to market their sale. And as technology advances, girls are able to meet their customer base around the country from a smartphone. And so the Girl Scout Cookie Program has evolved such that you could be anywhere in the world and connect with your niece, cousin, grandchild on their mobile platform where they're selling Girl Scout cookies, and connect with them, and then share with your friends and neighbors and help them expand their reach. It's all about market. And it's all about getting girls in front of customers to even get past the no's, right? When you have customers who say, oh, I don't want cookies today, or there are girls who have mastered the art of overcoming the objection, which is another skill in being an entrepreneur that people don't normally think about when they think about Girl Scout cookies and the entrepreneurship program.
Okay, so you've partnered with Kean University, an anchor institution which we've established, and you've formed this relationship. Are partnerships part of your overall strategy, or is this serendipity, the way we've come together in this collaborative nature?
Absolutely. The other C, courage, confidence, character. The other C is collaboration. This is not the first, and it won't be the last collaboration that we do as a council. We will cease to exist as Girl Scouts if we don't collaborate and find spaces to get what the collaborator or the partner values and what we value, and see where the synergies are so that we can do things so that we can amplify more of our voices when we collaborate. I have the idea that we should have a fleet of STEM mobile classrooms on the road here in New Jersey that I would like to expand and give voice to. Other Girl Scout, the 3 other Girl Scout councils in the state are looking to us for how well this goes, and to whether they can adopt the same concept that we have for the other 100,000 girls in the state of New Jersey who are Girl Scouts. But I want to tick back to serving at the underserved, right? And closing the disparity gap. There are Girl Scouts in Newark, for example, who, when I started, there were 125 or so Girl Scouts in the city of Newark. And through partnership that we have with the Board of Education there and Superintendent Roger Leone, we've been able to expand Girl Scouting in the last 3 years through the COVID pandemic to over 1,200 girls. Being intentional about our partnerships, being intentional about bringing the Girl Scout program and giving girls who otherwise would not have access to the program, giving them that access. That's why partnerships like this are so critically important to us. We are bridging the gap. There's so much more we could be doing, but it's a start. And it's something that girls are showing interest in. Girls are coming to us having not been Girl Scouts and seeing our mobile classroom at community events and saying, oh, I didn't know Girl Scouts did that. I'm interested in robotics, or I'm interested in learning the background of AI. This is something that is not available in my school, or I'm not seeing in my community. And so if I could come to Girl Scouts for this, yeah, I'll go ahead and join. And I'm taking this flyer or this event back to my hometown or back to my community and finding other girls who might have that interest. So it's not just a way to expand Girl Scouting. It's also a way to expand the visibility for Kean University, because in those same communities now they're hearing how this partnership is bringing the mobile classroom to them. They then will also in turn then look to Kean University for, well, if they care enough about me having access to this kind of programming, what else does Kean care about? And it brings about a curiosity that I think is going to really help us. It's going to help expand the impact that we're making.
So, Natasha, thank you for that. It sounds like Girl Scouts is expanding and I won't say redefining, but enhancing their profile for the 21st century.
Most definitely.
And so really excited to hear that and know that Newark is a focus of yours, and particularly that there will be a center, I'm hearing, in Newark for Girl Scouts. I'd love to hear more about how that ideal came about and what you are looking forward to as a center is built in New York.
So when I started as CEO, there were very few communities of color that were historic Girl Scout communities, meaning that they had grandmothers and mothers who were Girl Scouts. And we looked at demographics of the cities that we cover and realized that we're missing out on giving girls access in communities like Newark and Plainfield and Irvington and Jersey City. And we picked 6 communities where we were not being intentional about reaching out to them. And we got in touch with their administrations, their school boards, and said, what is it that you need for your young women outside of the school time? And how can we help you achieve those goals? And we matched much of what Girl Scouting is all about, Girl Scout Promise and Law, to what they needed in their communities, and started developing conversations with them about what their needs were, what we had to offer, and how we could have synergy and match. So there has been a really great synergy with Newark specifically because it is the largest school district in the state and the largest available population of girls in K-12, which is what Girl Scouts focuses on. And so it was a kind of a marriage made in heaven. And so the Girl Scout Leadership Center is going to be opening our doors this fall in the city of Newark, which when the girls came to the wall breaking ceremony that we had back in June, and they took hammers and they literally broke down walls, it was chilling. I had goosebumps because I had the vision, my team has the vision to bring about a center that is all about the community. We're not just coming into a space, breaking down walls and throwing up Girl Scout trefoil signs. That's not what we're doing. We're going to have community vignettes. We want to make sure that what's there in that center, beyond the Girl Scout programming, badges, and the retail shop, which is going to be there, also is a place for the entire Newark and extended community to belong. It's going to be a place that is made of them. Our vendors that we're choosing to do business with are going to be from Newark. Our programming that's going to be delivered there is going to primarily be built off of what girls want to see there, what the community needs to be there, to that space to be. We're talking about having second Saturdays where anybody can come to the center and do a community service project that the idea comes from the mind of a girl in Newark. So you can come on any second Saturday and do a project and know that you are a part of a community that is helping redefine itself and solving community problems that girls see as problems for their community. So it's 5,000 square feet. 375 McCarter Highway. Can't wait until the mural goes up outside. Can't wait until we have programming in that space. It's also going to be an incubator for other nonprofits and other organizations to rent the space so that they too can experience what the Leadership Center has to offer.
I'm so happy you're at the helm there. Your energy and your outlook is so positive and vibrant. It's exactly what a new program needs. It's exactly what our young girls need.
Well, thank
so
you.
it's really awesome. Tell me if you can reflect back. I mean, you're on this journey for a little bit now, and you seem like you're in it for the long haul.
Oh yeah, I am definitely.
Give our listeners one of those heartwarming experiences of girls, with this mobile classroom. Something that you saw that you're like, this is something I have to share with the world.
So I've been Girl Scouting for 24 years now. This is my 24th year. And when I came to this council in 2018, I had one of my Girl Scouts who was new to me, 11-year-old Olivia Altador, called me on my first day on the job. My voicemail wasn't even set up yet. I hadn't had my first meeting with my team. And she is a mixed race young woman from Hillsborough, New Jersey. And she called and left a voicemail message for me that I still keep to this day. And she said, I'm here. My name is Olivia. I know you're probably pretty busy, so you don't have to call me back, but I want to welcome you. I was nominated by my troop to welcome the first Black CEO to this council. Olivia, 11. Fast forward to her graduating this past May and going off to Pace University, and her standing at the podium of the volunteer recognitions event with hundreds of pictures of the two of us together over the course of the last 6 years. And how me being the CEO that I've been for her has set her off into a trajectory of her life that she never imagined. And not to say that it's just about me, but it's the values, it's the mission. It's when Girl Scouts gets into you, it's like it's like a superpower that comes over you. And she's now a superhero over at Pace University. I'm going to get to see her this weekend because we have a 5K race that I'm running, Miss Barbara. I'm running a 5K because I run for girls on this past Sunday. So I'm going to get to see her this Sunday because she's coming to step in as my voice. Even though she's off to college and graduated, she's now a lifetime member. She's going to speak on my behalf because I'm going to be crawling across the finish line. Never ran a 5K before, so we're going to get there. I'm still hopeful, but she's going to come and speak on behalf of the Media Girls, which is another program that I started when I started with the council.
Our podcast is all about impact, and the Girl Scouts have had an incredible impact on our country. Give us a little masterclass here. What do you think is the secret to the success of the Girl Scouts organization and its impact?
Girl Scouting is fun, right? So when girls get into Girl Scouting at kindergarten as daisies or second and third graders as brownies, they want to just get together with their friends and have fun. The secret sauce, I think, in Girl Scouting is the learning, right? We're building leaders, and how we're doing that and the outcomes that we're able to accomplish is through the program. It also, the secret sauce is that it's community-based, right? We're in almost every zip code in the United States. And so when you pull from the community leaders and experts to pour into girls and people who are going to advocate and care about the girls in their community, all of us are better. You're better. Miss Barbara's better. Everybody on this campus is better because someone invested in a girl. And I'm always interested in what girls think, not what the adults think in the movement, but what girls think. And so what do they get excited about? What are they going to encourage their friends to do that they're doing in Girl Scouting? What have they done that's been different than anything that they've done before? Girl Scouting also has a travel program. Oh my gosh, we didn't talk about travel. We went to Costa Rica this year and last year. We're going to Iceland next year with Girl Scouts and doing service projects in all of these places. Headed to South Africa in 2026. So these are all things that you don't think about when you think about Girl Scouts. You think about cookies. You may think about outdoor experiences, camping. You may think about, oh, these girls get together and camp and, kind of, do crafts and that kind of thing. But really, Girl Scouts is about leadership. It's about building leaders today and the leaders who are going to be making decisions for this world and this country and solving problems tomorrow. Juliet Gordon-Low, our founder, really was operating in a time where women didn't have the right to vote. Women didn't, work outside of the household. And now fast forward to 2024, where we are running multinational corporations and where women are, heads of state, and the world has so dramatically changed, but at the same time, focusing on what matters to girls and Juliet Low's vision of making sure that girls had access to, whether it was sewing or whether it was basketball or whether it was to try things that they might be interested in, and then partner with adults who could help them build their skills along the way such that they were proficient enough that they could teach another girl or they could teach another community of how to do something or how to solve a problem. There isn't any challenge that hasn't been put ahead of me that I thought for a minute, this is by accident. Everything happens for a reason, and whatever your beliefs are, the challenges that you go through are meant to just show what God has put in you. And I could be totally wrong, but that's what I've learned in life. You can choose every morning when you get up to be a victim or to be a victor. You choose. You can have a marvelously magnificent, earth-shattering day if that's what you set your mind to at the beginning of the day that you're going to have. And when challenges come, to reframe and reset yourself with those affirmations all throughout the day and before you lay your head on your pillow at night. That's how I am living my life, and that's how I get through things. Right? Everything is not easy, and it's not always going to be, sunshine, roses, and, Girl Scout Samoa cookies. But it's how you take on the life that you're living. It's how you frame it. It's how intentional you are about the decisions that you make and the thoughts that you allow to come into your head.
Thank you for listening to Urban Impact, a podcast produced by Kean, New Jersey's Urban Research University. Subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get podcasts. For more information, visit kean.edu/urban-impact.